Welcome to Balance Body and Beyond. Today we are going to do a practice which I consider an everyday yoga practice for the full body. So we're going to keep it simple and come on down to your mat. We're going to begin in child's pose. Stretching your arms out in front of you. Press your hips back to your feet and allow your forehead to come down to the mat. Relax your elbows down. And then glide your body weight forward, tucking your toes under. And let's try pushing our hips back with our toes tucked under. Inhale, glide your body weight forward once again, and we're going to send our knees as wide as you comfortably can. Pressing our hips back one more time, pointing our toes, and shifting our hips back. So in these moments of silence, I want you to focus on your breath with your lips drawn together. Inhale and exhale through your nostrils. And I want you to try breathing into your back. So as you fill your abdominal cavity, your belly will expand. And you'll ultimately breathe right into the back side of your body. Tuning out any distractions, focusing and feeling your breath. Taking a time out, if you will, to allow yourself to become centered, to become grounded, and to embrace the feeling of stillness. And with your next inhalation, we'll glide our body weight forward. Some of you may choose to keep your knees wide or pull them in a little bit. And we're going to take a big hip circle. You're going to take one circle, and then you're going to reset your kneeling plank and take a little peek at your fingers, that your fingers are forward and your wrists are under your shoulders, and then change directions of your circle. We'll continue to do alternating hip circles, as big as you would like, as expressive as you would like. But we're going to stay focused on inhaling and exhaling through our nostrils, continuing to practice our deep yoga breathing. And now, returning to our kneeling plank, we'll push our hips back one more time into child's pose. Take both hands to the left side of your mat, and as your hands reach to the left, go ahead and just pull your hips off to the right. So we're experiencing a stretch down the side of our body. We're relaxing into our child's pose. We're not fighting the stretch. We're surrendering into our stretch. Let's move our hands across the mat to the right side and pull your hips off to the left. Gently turn your head, and you can place the left cheekbone on your mat. And with every exhalation, let go, release, relax. Walking your hands out in front of the mat, we're going to come into tabletop. We're going to turn our head over our left shoulder and look for your left hip. And as you do that, pull that left hip a little bit towards your left shoulder. So we're making a C shape with the spine. And then you'll try that on the other side. Look over your right shoulder, pull your right hip up towards your shoulder. And side to side. So we're doing a little side crunch here. But I also want you to feel the stretch in your neck as you turn your head and look over your shoulder. Your fingers are spread wide. And you're still distributing the body weight equally between your arms and your legs. Look directly between your fingertips now, and we're going to move into cat-cow pose. Round the back, look to your toes, and you might even rock your hips back just a little bit here. And then inhale, open your heart space, look up and lift your tailbone to the ceiling. Round and scoop your pelvis under the body, let your head hang. Inhale, lift. So we're starting with some very gentle, light stretches, letting our central nervous system calm down. Feeling our cortisol levels reduce with every breath. Changing our state of mind. Yoga is so powerful for changing our headset and our perspective and helping us regain focus. Look directly between your hands. And we're going to come into a kneeling position here. I'm going to turn to you all. Now you might keep your toes pointed or tuck your toes under. Inhale, bring your arms up. And you're going to slide your fingertips right to your temples. Elbows are going to come in and you're going to push your hips back. Inhale, open your chest. Now you're going to turn and look over your left shoulder. Look forward and then to your right shoulder and look forward. Tuck your elbows together, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale, open. Look to the left. And then look to the right. Elbows together. Take a bow. And turn side to side. Hold here. Let's slide our fingers to our shoulders. And now some big shoulder rolls, leading with the elbows. And as you're in this kneeling position, I want you to tighten up through your core. So how do you do that? Squeeze those butt cheeks together. And feel like you're drawing everything inward. Change directions. So imagine you had a zipper right down the midline of your body. And you're going to zip the zipper right up to the top of your chest. And it's hugging everything in. Outstanding. On our knees just a little bit longer. We're going to take one arm up and one arm down. Now when I move side to side, I'm going to take my knees a little wider, creating a wider base for me to balance from. Maybe your fingertips reach the mat. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do on one side and not the other. But we're reaching, pulling our arms in opposing directions and feeling that lateral bend in the spine. We practice a lot of flexion, extension, rotation, and lateral movement of the spine in our first few minutes. Both arms up, inhale. And now we're gonna sweep our arms in a circle. And by all means, some of these exercises that we do on our knees, if that doesn't work for you, you can stand, but you can also add padding under your knees. Change directions, but that padding might be a towel or a blanket. They certainly make a lot of products now in the yoga world that you can use yoga jellies under your knees, hands. hold. Release your arms down, and we're going to set our bodies into a full plank position. So sending our legs straight back, balancing on the balls of our feet. We're going to rock a little bit front to back. And we're rocking by pushing off the balls of our feet. Your gaze is straight down, right between your hands. Pull your chin in. And pause. Without moving your hands and feet, we're going to lift our hips, coming to downward dog. And in downward dog, we'll take alternating heel presses, shifting your weight side to side. And during your side to side shift here, you can gently turn your head, dropping your chin under one arm and then the other. Get to know your body. Listen to what your body is asking. Reset downward dog, pushing your heels down. And slowly walk your feet between your hands. If you don't quite get there, then you bring your hands back to your feet. Forward fold. And from our forward fold, we roll up one vertebrae at a time, reaching our fingertips overhead, stretching our arms, opening our hands. We're going to take a twist, taking both hands to the left hip, look over your shoulder. Inhale, lift. And then the other side, look back behind you. Know what's around you. Inhale. And sink down into chair pose. Relax your shoulders, feet close together, and try this. Draw your belly in and scoop your tailbone underneath. If you are feeling any uncomfortableness in the lower back, that tuck should help alleviate any discomfort you might be experiencing. Reach all the way up and forward fold down. Let your head hang, tuck your chin in, and we're going to let the hips sway side to side. So rocking the hips side to side, bending one knee and then the other. Now, if your hands don't touch the mat, you might utilize yoga blocks. And if you don't have yoga blocks, you can place your hands up onto your legs and kind of sway side to side there. See what your body gravitates to. I always say the body's a little smarter than the head. The head tries to do what the head thinks is right. But the head and the body don't always correlate with the same ideas. All right, hold still in your forward fold, half lift. And then as we fold down, we'll send our left leg behind us into a low, long lunge. I'm gonna wipe off some of this grass here. And let's just sit in this lunge. We're gonna keep the left hand anchored on the mat and then take your fingertips of the right hand to your head. Lift your elbow up, and then we're gonna pull the elbow to the inside of the front foot. Inhale, lift. Now my back knee is elevated. You might feel taking the back knee, the mat works better for you. And I am turning my head as my elbow lifts to the ceiling. I'm looking upward. As my elbow lowers down, I'm looking to my mat. One more. Bringing both hands to the inside of your front foot. We're now going to rotate. And as we rotate, we're going to find ourselves in a wide-legged straddle. We're going to shift our weight side to side. You can walk your hand to one foot and then the other. So ideally, you want to try to get your hips below your knees. But many folks don't have that mobility and flexibility in the hips, so they'll feel their hips are up higher. It's all good. That's why we call it yoga practice, not yoga perfection. We're here to move on our mats. Yoga therapy. Yoga therapy for the body, yoga therapy for the soul. We're going to walk our hands to the front of the mat and reset our lunge, dropping our back knee down, bringing both arms up, inhaling. We're going to slide our left hand down and reach for the heel of your foot. So if you can lean into that heel, open up through the front of your body, spectacular. If you have a yoga block, you could place it under your left hand. Inhale, both arms come up. Hands come down. We're in our low lunge and both feet back for our high plank. Chest lowers down. Point your toes and peel your chest up off the mat. We're going to send our hands out in front. From here, we're going to take a saluting position with our hands, fingers to temples. And then you're going to reach wide as the chest lowers. Fingertips to temples and reach forward. A little combination of forward and then out to the side. Inhale when you lift, exhale when you lower the chest. And ideally, we're working at keeping the arms elevated and elbows off the ground. You might begin feeling a little burning sensation in the back side of the body. And that would just be your muscles working. And that's what we're here for. Fingers to temples and hold. We'll take our palms onto the mat, placing them just under your shoulders. Push up into a high plank. Good strong plank here. I want you to try to pull your quadriceps to your wrists without moving the body. Pull your quadriceps up towards your wrists. Now try to pull your elbows back to your ankles, like you're crinkling the mat underneath you. And how does that feel? A lot more intense. Downward dog. Travel the feet forward, working them as close as you can to the fingertips. Inhale, half lift, lengthening your spine. And then we're going to sink right into chair pose. There you go. Now lifting up out of chair pose, we're going to side hinge. Your fingertips are going to reach for the left foot, the heel of the left foot. Inhale, lift, and then your fingertips are going to reach to the heel of your right foot. Inhale, lift. So side to side, folding, reaching for the heel of your foot, looking back behind you. Everyday yoga, anytime yoga. Full body yoga. Arms come up, forward fold down. Inhale, lift halfway up. And now as you fold back down, your right foot moves behind you. We come back to that low lunge. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And let's settle into this low lunge. Reminder, knee can drop, back knee can drop at any point during this practice when you're in this lunge. We're going to set up to twist. Left arm lifts. And now bring the left hand down so your fingertips are at your temples. Elbow is pointing to the ceiling. And now elbow points down towards the mat. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, come down. Use your breath. The breath is the most critical component of our yoga practice. Our breath is what brings us calmness. Our movement follows our breath. We're going to lift our elbow and hold. And then bring both hands to the inside of your front foot. We're going to rotate to the side of the mat. And then from there, you're going to pick up your toes. You're in your wide-legged straddle transitioning. And shift your weight side to side. Picking up your toes, dropping your hips. Maybe hanging out here. Maybe you're doing something different because this doesn't work for you. Maybe you are creating your own practice with some different movements. And that is awesome. Hey, take charge of your yoga practice. This is your time on the mat. Ultimately, you do what you feel is best for you. I'm just here to guide you and give you suggestions. Alrighty, after this last stretch, let's move our hands back to the front of our mat and reset. One of the things I love most is when I'm teaching yoga to the members at my gym. I love watching them move. I learned so much from them. Both feet back. I love watching the human body move and how it adapts. It's super cool. We're in our high plank, but you know, through all that talking, I forgot one exercise. We're gonna pull the right foot back through and we're gonna come to our knee. Inhale, bring your arms up. You remember this one? Our right arm slides back to the heel of our foot. Lean back, open through your chest. Reach the left hand up to the sky. Chin tucks in, open up. Hands come down and both feet back. Chest lowers down. We're going to extend our left arm out. Keep your right palm on the mat and bend your left knee. How about the other knee? Your right knee? Yeah. So your right knee is bent and your left arm is out. And we're gonna push off the right hand and see how this feels. Rolling to the side of the body. Now you can kind of move back and forth here, taking your belly back to the mat and then pushing off your right palm and rolling. You can stay and hold the stretch. It's a great stretch for the inside of the shoulder, the left shoulder, and a great opener for the front of the body. Okay, let's lay on our belly and see if you now, taking both palms on the mat and our right knee is still bent. Can you reach back for the right leg and take a little quadricep stretch, lift your chest? Maybe you want to drop your head down and just hold on to your leg here. But nonetheless, we are stretching through our quadricep. Let go of the leg. Now extend the right arm out and place your left palm on the mat. Bend your left knee and push off. You can stay put or you can roll front to back. I'm going to stay put on this side. I'm resting the side of my face on the mat. It feels so good for the inside of my shoulder. Big breaths, blowing, breathing. And then laying back onto our bellies, taking both palms onto the mat. And now let's reach for the left foot. Lift your chest and pull that leg in. You can drop your head down to your forearm, but either way, I want you guys to experience the stretch through your quadricep. Letting go. Palms on mat, tuck your chin in, push up, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Feet move forward. Inhaling, half lift. And then as you bend your knees, you're going to sweep your arms forward and take chair pose. Arms straight up, inhaling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. As you fold, both feet move back behind you. Now you could jump or you could step back. So at any point as we transition now with our feet moving forward and back, you can take that jump or you can take a step. Moving into downward dog. Picking up your right leg. Now we just did this on our bellies. You're gonna bend your right knee and you're gonna peel open the hips, dropping the right foot towards your left shoulder. So this is a very similar position we just did a moment ago on our belly, right? Straighten out the leg, three-legged dog, and we step through for warrior one. Inhale. Warrior one, relax your shoulders. We're gonna take cactus arms, so you're bending your elbow. And you're gonna turn, look over your right shoulder, and then look forward. Yep, cactus arms, look over your right shoulder, and then look forward. So you get some rotation, some twisting. We're holding our warrior one. Our back foot is firmly on the mat. Our weight's evenly distributed between both legs. Hold. Let's reset warrior one with stretched arms, open hearts. Big breaths. We're going to open to warrior two, straightening your front leg, pulling your back heel in. Now I'm going to inch my front foot a little bit more to the center of my mat so my front heel points to the arch of my back foot. We're going to move between warrior two and extended side angle, but we're going to flow between these two poses. It doesn't mean we move fast, it just means we have nice, slow, smooth transitions. And there's a very distinct holding 2 to 3 seconds in each pose. And hold warrior two. I'm just gonna give a shout out to my girls, my chicks, who yesterday we let free range in the backyard for the first time. I don't know who loved it more, the chickens or my husband. That was a joy to watch either way. Straighten the front leg. Let's take triangle, reach, and side hinge down. Try that pelvic tilt here. Scoop your tailbone under your body. You feel a sense of your ribs being stacked and your shoulders being stacked. Let's reset our low lunge. We've been here before. Both feet back, high plank. Chest lowers down. You can point your toes, lift for cobra, or I invite you to take up dog. Exhale, down dog. Your left leg lifts. You're in a three-legged dog. Bend your left knee and peel your hips open. So I'm looking under my left arm. Straighten your left leg and step through for warrior one. How about that? And if you didn't take a big enough step, just get yourself sorted out, regroup, collect. We're good. Warrior one strong. Cactus arms. And now you'll turn, look over to the left, and then forward. We're supposed to be building the chicken coop this weekend, getting it all fenced in. The coop itself is built. We got to paint it still. It's been a slow process. The thing of it is, those chickens keep growing, but we're not keeping up with how fast they're growing. We'll get there though. One more twist. All right, stretch out those arms. Feel the length down your spine and then draw the shoulder blades down your back. We'll transition to warrior two. So separate your arms, rotate, inch your feet farther apart perhaps, but most importantly, get that front heel to point to the arch of your back foot. Look over your front hand, tuck the tailbone under, lift your heart space. And just like we did before, you'll move between side angle and warrior two, slowly, mindfully, holding each pose for 2 to 3 seconds. I've been doing a lot of our videos outdoors for multiple reasons. One, I just love being outdoors. But it's summertime and we have a lot of people home. Old warrior two. So it's certainly a nice escape to be outdoors and not be in the midst of interruptions. Straighten your front leg. Reach forward as we prepare for triangle. Side hinge down. Tuck that tailbone under. A sense of stacking your shoulders, looking upward, grounding down with your feet. Returning to your low lunge. Fantastic job. Be proud of what you're doing. It's so exciting. Both feet back. And if you're not excited, I'm excited enough for the both of us. Chest lowers down. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's inch those feet forward. Now remember, you can walk or you can jump. I think I'm going to try a little jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, and right into your chair pose. Voila. Arms come overhead. And rest those arms down. We'll do some balancing work. Beginning in tree pose. And then eventually we're gonna do falling tree pose. But I always start with that option of tucking the toe onto the floor and just pressing the sole of your foot into your ankle. But what's most important in this tree pose is your hip is opened. Now, some folks can get their foot up higher below their knee. Some folks have that ability to get their foot above the knee. So whatever you choose, I'm going to choose below my knee today. Extending the arms. And to take it just one variation farther, we're going to add this small lean. So you're going to lean away from the elevated leg. Ooh, I hear my back cracking. That's pretty fun. Fun because my body needed that. And fun, my body's getting what it's asking for. Remember, zip up the zipper on the front of the body, hugging inward. Strain out your body. And now let's try that on the other side. Option, toe on the ground, but open hips. Placing your foot in the appropriate place for you. And if it's appropriate for you to take that lean, go ahead and do it. Bringing our arms overhead, hold, and stepping out. Let's roll the shoulders. We'll take another balancing pose. We're gonna take dancer's pose, but I'm gonna kind of give you some modifications as we get into dancer's pose. We're gonna bend the right leg and reach for your foot. Now, ideally, as you reach for your foot, you want the soft of the elbow to be pointing away from you. Start with your knees together, and then take your arm as you reach forward and see where that takes you. Now, if you're someone who's been practicing yoga for a while and have the flexibility to reach for your foot with both hands, go for it. I don't have that. So for me, dancer's pose looks like this. For some folks, putting a hand on a wall, finding something to hold onto is super useful and can get you to where you need to be. So don't be afraid to use any props you might have. Let's try it on the other side. We're reaching for our foot. Now I reached and my elbow is not pointing to the outside. So I'm going to turn my hand like that and reach for my foot here. We did that quadricep stretch earlier on our bellies, which was a great prep for our dancer's pose. And be forgiving. If you're losing your balance and this is just a struggle for you, it's okay. Use a wall, use something to help you. We all need help, all the time. You're letting go, taking those shoulder circles again. We're gonna come down onto our mat. We'll set a 90-degree bend to both knees. So one leg behind you, one leg in front of you. I'm gonna turn the front. A little more comfortable. Stone is a little prickly. All right, from here, we're gonna do a little hip mobility drill. We're gonna pick the back knee up, and then we're gonna try to pick the back foot up. Now, for me to pick up my back foot, I have to lean forward a little bit. Some of you would be like, holy smoke, my back foot doesn't move, it's not moving. If it doesn't move, that's okay. Make the attempt. Maybe you lean a little more forward, and when you really lean forward, that foot may come up. We're gonna try to practice keeping the shoulders over the hips and doing it. See what works for you. But you can imagine this is your ball and socket of your hip. You are doing this motion, creating mobility in the hip. Now pause and just turn and look over your shoulder, gazing to the back foot. Looking to the front of the mat, let's tip forward. Feel that deep stretch through your hip. Oh, that is so yummy. Lifting your chest, you'll take your back leg and swing across. Give that leg a hug, and we're gonna twist and look over our shoulder once again. Now, my hip is hiked up off the mat. I'm gonna try to let it settle back down a little bit more into the mat. And then swing around. We'll do the same pattern on the other side. Lifting your chest, 90-degree bend to both knees. Your back knee lifts, and then your back foot lifts. And you're gonna try to keep your body upright and still. I'm smiling because my son, who's 17, just left to go to work. And I've been doing this YouTube channel now for just shy of 2 months. And he just thinks it's the greatest thing. He thinks it's the greatest thing that I started a YouTube channel, 17-year-old thinking this, and that we got these chickens. Because, you know, when the old mom does something new, it's kind of cool. All right, hold here, lean forward. You know, my message to you on that one is, you know, you just have to keep growing. You have to be a Renaissance person. It's real easy when you get into certain stages of life. You just become stagnant, you stop growing, you settle. It's not my personality. Just want to keep getting better and continuing with self-growth and self-improvement, and that's really why I'm here, and to share just the goodness of yoga and to continue learning. Chest up and swing the back leg over the front. My dear business partner has been phenomenal. Let's gonna look over our shoulder as we hug into this leg. We kind of stumbled into this together, and she knew YouTube much better than I did. And so she has just been a godsend to help me getting this channel going. We're learning a lot from one another, and that's the whole thing with teamwork. It's the best. And I couldn't have done my chicken thing without my husband. So I'm appreciative, so much gratitude to the people around me who support me and love me. It's a great thing. And I hope you all have that as well, or can find it if you don't. All right, let's let go of that leg. And we're gonna keep our legs crossed. A little side bend. And as you're doing this side bend, lean back. Our yoga practice is coming to an end. But lots to look forward to. And so many more yoga practices to come. Bring both arms up, inhaling, and we'll take one forward fold here. Let your head hang. Oh, maybe you just let your body sway side to side, which is what I'm doing. Hold still. Slowly roll up. Now we're going to stay seated with our chest up and shut our eyes. And this is a super duper great opportunity to show some gratitude, to know what we're thankful for. I'm grateful for all the things that surround you. All the beautiful people in your life. Opening your eyes, inhaling, palms joined together, hands coming to heart centered. I'm blessed to have you all in my life. Namaste. Thank you for joining Balanced Body and Beyond today. Please hit your subscribe button. Please join us for more videos. And let's do this yoga thing together.